Are you looking to retire early? If so, you've got to avoid some common retirement planning mistakes. I'll help you do that and more. Coming up. My name's Mike Bernard. I'm the host of the Wise Money Show. I'm also one of the certified financial planners right here at Korhorn Financial Group. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and smash that thumbs up button. Mistakes are part of the game. I don't know if you've ever heard that phrase. I am a youth baseball coach, travel baseball coach, and I just got to remind the kids because it seems like you live and die on every play. You strike out, you're crying. You miss a play, you're crying. No, mistakes are part of the game, especially baseball and most sports. It's just a game of failure. And retirement, your finances are similar. You don't want to go out there and make mistakes. You're not looking to make mistakes, but you can't be crushed when you do make them. You got to figure out, well, let's recalibrate and not make the same mistake twice, and let's overcome. When the stakes are high, as you know, and as we saw, I don't know if you're a baseball fan, but mistakes are definitely part of the game if you're a Yankees team or Yankees fan. And yeah, it was just awful to see the mistake after mistake after mistake in that crucial championship series. And oftentimes when stakes are high, the team or the person that makes the fewest mistakes often is the one that prevails. So you're not out there trying to make mistakes. And when you've got big goals you're trying to accomplish, trying to limit them and avoid them often can really determine, are you able to succeed, or do you have to delay or postpone a goal? So if you're wanting to retire early, okay, I would say then the stakes are high. Yeah, you're probably going to make some mistakes along the way, but there's a few crucial mistakes that a lot of people tend to make in their retirement planning journey that if you're hoping to retire early, you've got to avoid these 4 mistakes. First mistake that you need to avoid in order to retire early is not starting early. Okay, let me say that differently. You've got to start early. You've got to start saving early for retirement in order to be able to retire early, of course. But I'm punctuating this point because this is the most common phrase, without question, when new clients come into our office. They just almost every single one at some point in that discovery process, they say, I wish I'd have started sooner. I wish I'd have started sooner. And I think that means 2 different things. One, I wish I'd have started working with a CFP, doing comprehensive financial planning sooner. I sort of thought it was this one thing, and it's really not. There's a lot of benefits here. But then the other is, I wish I'd have started saving sooner. And yet we get caught up in life and life transitions, and when you're at the beginning of your career, retirement feels, so far away, doesn't even feel real. But if you wanted to retire early, you've got to start early. You've got to start early. And so from your very first paycheck, saving aggressively, both an aggressive percentage as much as you possibly can, but then also in an aggressive mix, because these dollars you're not going to touch for a long time. So got to avoid the mistake of not starting early. Start as early as you can. Even if you're saying right now, yeah, I didn't start early. Well, start now. Do as much as you can. Increase what you're saving. Save a little bit more. Start saving to a Roth. Start as early as you possibly can. Second mistake you need to overcome if you're going to be able to retire early is you've got to save above the average savings amount. Some people think, well, if I start really early, I can save 5% and I'm sure I'll be fine. I'll save just enough to get the company match or whatever, and I'm sure I'll be fine. No. In order to retire early, because you're going to live longer. You're going to live longer than you expect, and you're going to live longer likely than your parents did, and therefore your retirement, if you're going to retire early, potentially live longer, your retirement's going to last even longer than what you think. So you need to be saving a lot. The average person that's saving into a 401k is saving approximately 7%. So I would say if you're looking to retire early, you've got to be saving significantly more than that. I would say double. We like to start at 15%. Start at 15%. And I know some people have heard 10%. Some people think, well, 15% when you include what I'm doing plus the match. No. If you want to retire early, if you want to have options, if you want to have choice, start saving 15%. And then try to save even more than that. Try to reach the maximum amount that you can do for your tax shelters. Try to increase that amount, whatever, by 1% a year, or every time you get a slight change in your pay, a raise or whatever, increase how much how much you're doing as well. But starting to save aggressively, saving above average, that's what you need to do if you're going to have a shot at retiring early. Third, I kind of mentioned this, and I know it's already on your radar screen, but you've got to get the full company match. You've got to get the full company match. Oftentimes people think, especially those that are wanting to start on the path towards being able to retire early, they think, okay, I know the formula to get the full company match, so I will do that. No, again, you've got to do more than that, but you certainly do need to get the full company match. Many people view that as the maximum that they should contribute. No, that's the minimum. The minimum that you should be doing is at least enough to get the full company match. You've probably got that dialed in, but make sure that you're aware anytime your company does have any match formula changes. This is fairly common where, as we're meeting with new folks, they say, yeah, I'm doing enough to get the company match. And then we look and we say, actually, it looks like the company match is on the first 8%. And they say, oh, it used to be just on the first 6%. And so making sure that you're aware of those changes and so that you can get that full company match. And then additionally with this, know your vesting schedule. A lot of times 401ks are safe harbor these days. So that means you're fully vested immediately in the company contributions. But old plans, or depending on how yours is structured, there might be a vesting schedule, which means if you leave that employer within a certain period of time, the match dollars stay behind. They're not fully yours unless you work for that employer for a long period of time. Make sure you understand that as well. You don't want to give up those match dollars if you're pursuing being able to retire early. And then finally, the big mistake that just claims so many people, and certainly you've got to overcome this one if you're hoping to retire early. You've got to stay the course. You've got to avoid the risk and temptation during really awful and challenging times in the market to get out. You've got to stay the course. And guys, it wasn't that long ago, just a couple years ago, where in 2022, as the market was really struggling into a bear market down at one point over 25%, people said, you know what, I'm just gonna stop investing until it feels safe again. Guys, looking back on it, and I have no idea what's ahead. I do know, I'm sure there will be good buying opportunities coming up at some point when volatility returns. But these good buying opportunities are emotionally train wrecks. Like, they're awful. These are the times when you say, I don't want to invest. Maybe I shouldn't invest. Maybe things are changing. Maybe things are different. I don't want to do this anymore. Those are the times when you should. Those are the times when you need to stay the course, because looking backwards, we can't look forward. Looking backwards, just say over the past 5 years, when were the best times to invest? Yeah, that's right. In February, March of 2020. And throughout 2022, or the worst of it in 2022, October-ish timeframe, the exact times when the stock market had gone down the most, the exact times when your emotions were so much on edge, doubting and questioning whether you should really do this, those are the dollars that, if you were investing at that time, those are the ones that have had the most growth for you. So you've got to overcome those emotions and stay the course in order to give yourself an opportunity to retire early. So there you have it. If you start saving early, you save a lot above the average, get the full company match and retain it in full vesting, and then you stay the course with an investment mix that's suitable for you. Guys, those are the ingredients. That's the foundation to being able to retire early. In addition to that, careful planning, tax planning, and ongoing comprehensive financial planning, working with your CFP can help you make that goal a reality. So work with your CFP on that. If you don't have a CFP on your team, you can contact one on my team. Find us online, Korhorn.com. That's Korhorn with K, wisemoneyshow.com. You can find us there as well, or give us a call, 574-247-5898. All right, there you have it. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.